Hibachi. They don't mad at me. They don't like no matter.
They've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll take this out near the 35, maybe the 34. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got three tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
They know I'm a walking ticket.
It's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Line, 2nd and 9. McCaffrey running up the middle. It'll go.
Damn, go get him, fat boy.
Deal with 3rd and 11.
Don't sit there and wait for it. Come on over there.
Despite seeing the
not our play.
look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Always fucking over, son. I knew it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
What?
Oh,
I told you, Madden is gonna fuck me this whole game.
Come through with another here and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Purdy.
Throw it over his head. And a leg switching. Makes his big stop. Set him straight business. He thought he got away. He's straight stricken. Don't be running into me. I'm a straight heat.
Well, short of them returning it for this ain't the worst start you could ask for in this one. Your advantage of getting the ball first is gone. Distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards.
Hey, man, this nigga get off the block. He's sitting crazy.
For that kind of run, down, that's a winning team. That sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
I'm in a big thing. I don't my life.
On the counter, it's Edwards.
He ain't going nowhere.
Stop just outside the 5 at the
He ain't going nowhere.
Great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Jackson now. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. 4th down, here's Jackson.
This is big ass and on straight business. But he thought he got to touch him, and he got me busted up. Just got a pick.
Yeah, they were got to catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception?
None of them.
It didn't really happen because they gave up.
You got to pay that price.
So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful.
You're like, I don't love my life.
And give them the football.
And I'm like switching. Bitches big Doc still on straight business.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it
And Blake Griffin.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling.
This ain't all right, cheese.
Fortunate to get a yard out of that
one. Get out, right, cheese.
Now on 2nd and 9. He's throwing here, Purdy.
Got his dumbass.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And mark him down way up close to the 40 to 39.
But he thought he was a locked up, but he's not. But he's going.
That's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike. And
all you gotta do is get with me.
I give credit to two people on this.
Ain't no I'm a walking ticket.
And the person calling the ball,
no lights.
him down early in this game.
You gotta pay the price.
After 1.
You look like a bag of ice. Feel like I don't love my life.
49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
This is still on straight, isn't it?
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math.
Birds of a feather fight together is too strong.
3 first downs?
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's got this to 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another.
Nothing that way.
The ball downfield really well, like they have been on this drive. It's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Deep wired.
Big play that time.
Oh, bag chase.
Run. 31 yards.
What?
Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that
that's
maybe
that Purdy before you play.
There, they've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that, but that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
McCaffrey will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Purdy now to throw. He's going to be dropped.
Yeah.
15-yard line.
Let up all the way, Purdy.
Multiple players combined
Get
for
rid of
his
it.
first sack of the game.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. Now Purdy. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is going to be out of bounds, well short of the pylon. And
But I jumped the highest.
On downs. They get the completion, but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions.
Oh my
like
gosh, stop it.
Could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Second down and a yard. Again, it's Edwards. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Lamar changing the look. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for 3 yards. Second down coming up. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
No more, no
And
more.
that is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw Darden out play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They head to the line facing a 37 following the incompletion on second down. Jackson now off the bootleg. That is incomplete.
Jackson. That's the machine. Oh, baby.
Yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Jackson.
Facing fourth down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out
Come on
there.
now.
Just a yard
What was
return there
that,
for a
Bill?
count of 49. And the Niners will go on offense.
Oh,
First and 10.
hell. So funny. Man.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Purdy from the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Open man is Juwan Jennings. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd down and 4. Purdy sets up to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had Thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Purdy on 4th down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Play action. It's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. The big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Jackson. Over the middle, connecting with Kohler. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Jackson on 2nd down. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go play action with Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And fights through 1 man. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. They run once more with Edwards. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Niners 21-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a letdown defensively because they had them stacked up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be, just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run, and now they're facing 1st and goal, looking to regroup.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Edwards. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First down, 49ers.
Purdy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Rolling to his left. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 36. Three quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle. 36 yards. And the 49ers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's on his way. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score. Ravens 21, 49ers 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 69 yards. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Now Moody for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
49ers 14.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Powering his way forward. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. And this is caught, Jennings. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. This is McCaffrey on the give. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And two big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jackson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Jackson. Into the hands of Beckham. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Now the guy has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the 49ers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play.
Well, we know the crowd is absolutely stunned by what we just saw there. Forget, I'm stunned. I have to believe that you are as well. When they finally get their legs back under them, they'll head to the exits, and I think they'll probably be muttering a few choice words along the way, too. How did that happen?
I don't know. They certainly thought overtime was on the horizon, bracing for overtime. We were, too, and we may want to wait a little bit before heading for the exits, let that parking lot clear out a bit.
Maybe there's a later flight we can catch.
That might be a good idea. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis.
Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Go don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now Lamar changing the play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
No, we change it.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
13.
Here's Jackson to throw. Underneath here to Hill. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And now an audible here into something else. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They run again with Foreman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. On play action, Fields completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Matt Eberflus is going to take a risk here on 4th down. He is going to go for it. They snap it to Fields. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 38-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson going to change things up a bit. In motion left, Bateman. Up the middle, it's Edwards. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They go play action with Jackson. Finds his man. It's Kohler. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Second and 3 from the 9. And Bateman, he'll go in motion right here. Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Brings up third down and 8.
Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up fourth down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Tyler Scott now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And he'll get this complete downfield to Kmet. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Fields. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Bears 7, Ravens 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
To throw is Jackson. He's going to let it go again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Jackson. He's got a man complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, here's Jackson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 51 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead here this third quarter. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. It's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On 1st down, it's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
Fields on 1st down. There's Mooney with another catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Fields. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. A fake there on the jet sweep as it's Fields off play action. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Odafe Owe. Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well, cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll run straight ahead with Hill. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 4.
Throwing is Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. And to about the 23. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Hill again on 2nd down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Jackson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6.
Hey, report. Middle.
Here's Jackson. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 4. Line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Khalil Herbert taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter, Trenton Gill, to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Rolling to his right. Connecting with Andrews. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. The clock reading 40 seconds. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Here we go.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Back to throw. Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Let's take it inside his own 40. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
DC, ready? DC.
One last shot for Jackson. Flush to his right. This to possibly force OT. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffer the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity.
Talk you for a day and now you feel different. All it takes for you to catch a case and now you feel different. I swear I don't feel. Make me feel different. I swear I don't feel. Never feel different. Get established. Better bow her head when I walk past the way your manners. As a kid, stay with my granny. Daddy went to jail for lost my only chance being happy. Damn what happened. Outcome match my actions. Talk then I back it. Great example. I'm the standard. Come to preaching what you practice. Actually, I can't fathom or rationalize and move past it. He turned this from his section. Island daily, well respected, well connected. Look there, tell me God gon' let us into heaven with this. Stay focused, you won't live. The net and what you post on it don't mean to a real. All it takes for you don't get your way and now you feel different. All it takes for you that paper now you feel different. All it takes don't talk you for a day and now you feel different. All it takes for you to catch a case and now you feel different. my body, with big body. Block, it'll be a real big problem. Whole lot of prize. That's something you don't know nothing about it. Still that way. You ain't built that way. I've been more in pain. Waiting broad day. Really short fuse. Had a long day. Body like wow. Like. You know I'm an east side big TD step on.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting, an onside kick to start this thing. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now, they tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know, maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here? It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Jackson now. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve It's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now a handoff, Edwards. There he goes, right side. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, 42 yards. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 10, and he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Starting on the ground with Herbert. Down the right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Off the draw, here's Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
You gotta make a move.
Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Here's 2nd and 7. Herbert powering up the middle. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Moore, the man in motion. A play fake, now Fields to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
That is caught. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson options out left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. To throw is Jackson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
A 62-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen, and we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it, but this one winds up no good.
Now 2nd and 5. Now Fields going to move him around. Foreman's going to get it again on 2nd down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Not liking the look, they'll change the play. Off play action, Fields. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Back to Foreman on first. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. Play action. It's Fields. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Got a man and he hit, and it's a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. In motion, Aguilar. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here is third and quite a ways. Jackson going to keep it running right. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First down 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now Jackson on second down. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for him.
They've got his man complete. Touchdown. Mark Andrews as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That's going to be taken in inside the 5, but the fair catch will move it out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking deep here for Mooney. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before the break. Fields. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Tyler Scott now from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On play action, Fields. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Kyler Gordon stopped that play before it ever got going. Great job. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bears will get the football back. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Fields. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. Jackson. And This one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. Flexing his muscle at the 30, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Being chased out left. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. This is something that we've seen from Lamar Jackson since back in his Louisville days. He can be so dangerous with the RPO.
Yeah, and whoever designed the RPOs, it's almost like they had a guy like Lamar Jackson in mind because of his ability to do everything. He can tuck it and throw it. He can tuck it and run it. He can hand it off inside when he gets the right read. Bottom line is most teams want him to hand it off because when he takes off and goes, he can break down a defense.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now it's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They go quickly here out to Moore. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And the offense moving quickly to the line. A shotgun snap, Fields. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
A gain of 7. And the Bears 1st down.
Oh, he fakes a spike. And that'll be caught. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout. and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Back to throw, Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Fields trying to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. A give for Edwards running right. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have made it a 3-score game now here in the 4th. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Ravens 25, Bears 6. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
You change it. Hey, Ozzy, shut up.
On the handoff, Edwards. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Fields now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And one last throw here for Fields. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.